All right, so everybody in town told us that we needed to go track down an old timer named Bart. He's quite a character, been here forever. They say he might be in the New York Saloon bar, and I'm gonna go down there and try and find him. I'm like, well, what's he look like? They're like, you'll know Bart when you see him. It's pretty clear who Bart is. So the legend of Bart is growing. I'm going to see if I can track him down. I'm gonna be pretty disappointed if I can't. Let's see, is Bart in there? Is that Bart? Where's Bart? Let's see, I don't know if that's him. I'm trying to call Bart right now, see if we can get him on.
You want to talk to him?
Yeah, can I talk to you too?
Yeah, kind of. You're,
Nick?
Yeah.
We have a YouTube channel.
YouTube channel. Bart. No, oh yeah, okay, go on outside. He lives in the woods.
I hear that he lives off grid.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, over that mountain right there. These folks were in the saloon now, and they're going to talk to you. And you're a very famous person. I don't know why, but anyway, these folks want to talk to you tomorrow. If you would, can you come back to town?
Or today.
Or today? Well,
Hello, Bart. Hi, Bart. My name is Nick, and I have a YouTube channel. We're in Weaverville today, and then we're leaving about noon tomorrow. Several people in town told me I needed to interview you for a little bit if I could. Oh, well, yeah, we'll come up to you. That'd be great. All right, we're gonna go try to track down famous Bart, Bad Bart. He lives on the outskirts of town, and he told us to come up and see him, and he is a real character, and we're not sure what to expect. I'm trying to find him because he gave me kind of vague directions, and he said to try to call him when we got there, and he lives out in the sticks, off-grid in a cabin, real character, and we're on our way to see if we can track him down right now.
Hey.
Hey, this is Nick and Kim, the YouTube people. I think that we're in the right place. There's a turnout here with some gravel.
Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get in my truck and I'm going to come down the hill in the Explorer.
Okay. There he is. There he is.
Okay.
All right. There's Bart. Famous Bart. Weaverville's most well-known character.
Bart?
Yeah, that's
How you doing, Bart?
I'm Kim.
Okay.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And
Okay,
Nick.
this vehicle ain't going to make it up the road.
All right.
That's fine.
So, how far up the road are you?
I'm a mile.
A mile.
Yeah.
1 mile. And
Yeah.
because what you see up there stays up there.
You got it.
Yes, sir.
I believe in privacy.
All right.
got it.
But I'm
I
gonna
like
I'm gonna interview you though. That's okay.
Yeah, you can talk to
We
me.
just won't show your guns.
We'll have a little discussion about certain other things too.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Let's go. He just said.
Bart, is it okay if I leave my car right here?
Yeah, this is the front office.
Okay.
You
too.
You've got the friend.
I love it.
Hi, Callie.
Kelly's like,
Yeah, she came from three different people before I got her.
Yeah.
She was,
You are living way back here,
I
Bart.
love it.
oh, we haven't even got to the rough spot yet.
Oh, this isn't even the rough spot yet. I feel like we're in Puerto Rico again.
Have you been down there?
We went to Puerto Rico in June.
Oh, no kidding.
Spent a few weeks.
What the underneath? It's a nice solid tree. It's going to be there for a while.
Yeah. Oh, it's still alive.
Well, what happens when you get a bunch of rain? Hey, you're trapped back here?
It
Bart?
floods.
It just floods.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right.
see what happens. See, the creek used to be to my left,
Yeah.
and there's 46 acres above me that was some people have bought, and they wanted the road cleaned up, so they hired a guy with a cat. All this work I did 2.5 months.
Yeah.
Just to make a road to get one of my trucks out.
So you bought property back here and built a cabin. Apparently, that's what's going on here.
Yep.
48 years ago.
Yeah, I had it.
Blueberries, right?
Where?
Off to the left here?
Those?
These?
Yeah.
No, that's wild grape.
Grapes.
So the bears love those.
Oh my
So do we.
goodness. They look good.
Yeah, Callie knows she can sniff them out and then start eating them.
Not letting me bring my car back
Oh, you
here.
wouldn't have never made it.
No.
You would have got stuck.
You
for
know
sure.
all the spots.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that wasn't so bad. All right, we're coming.
And then this, a lot of people call this buckbrush, but what it is actually is wild plum.
Well, plum. So
I've eaten-
126 acres, you said?
I said that.
And 48 years ago, did you ever think that this would be where you'd be one day, Bart?
Well, if you believe in dreams and how they manifest, this is how I got this. And there's a heck of a story behind it, too.
All right.
And that's where I dip my water out of the spring box.
Okay.
My dad would be in heaven right now.
Yeah,
Wouldn't he?
he would.
And then this is the cabin.
This is the cabin, the stabbing cabin. All right, we following you or? Oh, look, it's so warm in here.
Okay, you can sit. Okay, the only thing I have is rocking chair, and if you want to sit there, and one of you can sit over here.
Wherever
I don't care.
Kim can sit here. I'll sit in the stool.
From wherever you.
Kim can sit here. I'll sit in the stool, and then we can put you over
Bart
here.
Bart. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you figure that out.
Get in the bed. Just quit being a pain.
A lot of people in town said that we needed to talk to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a talk with those people in town.
Why did they say I needed to meet you and talk to you and stuff?
Because I'm unusual.
Okay.
I mean, how many people have you ever met in your life that's had the crap knocked down by a bear? You know, that's what the scar's from.
Yeah. And that was, how long ago did that happen to you?
That happened October 10th, 2022.
And that was because the bear was, what happened that night?
Which story do you want me to tell you?
The whatever story you want to tell me.
Well, I can tell you two stories. One of them may get me in trouble.
We'll tell that one then.
That's the one you want to hear, okay?
Yes.
Because the fishing game will probably come up here when I tell that. I feed the bears. My wife died back in 2013. All the critters that come up here that need help, I help them. Read your Bible. It has a part in there about feeding and taking care of animals. And that's what I do. 3 o'clock in the morning, I hear a slap on the back. Well, I know the signature. That was Mama Bear and her cub. Mama Bear and their cub need something to eat. So I went out there and see, as you notice, we don't have power in here. Mm-hmm. I've never had power up here.
Yeah.
And so I got up, I put my headlamp on just out of habit. It was 3 o'clock in the morning. There was a full moon. So I didn't really need the headlamp, but I went out back. Look, there's Mama Bear and Baby Bear. And I go, you guys want Daddy to feed you. So I made 2 bowls. Now, mind you, all I have is my moccasins and my headlamp on. That is it. And I walk out with them. And Mama Bear walks right up to me. I put her bowl down, and I put Baby Bears over here to keep them separated so they don't squabble. You know, because the baby was a little male bear. So she comes right up to me, I mean, this close, personal close. and Baby Bear was hanging back. So I said, here's for Baby Bear. Well, at that moment, she turns around to see where the Baby Bear was. He's starting to walk up, and then she turned around, and as she turned around, I turned to her, and that spotlight caught her right in the eyes, and it temporarily blinded her, and she smacked me as people want to say it was a bear attack. It was a protective defensive strike is all it was.
She smacked you.
Pardon?
Smacked you across the head.
Oh, yeah.
Cut your
24
head open.
staples.
24 staples.
In my head, yeah, to hold it all back together again.
And she ran off?
No, she stood there.
Oh.
She stayed right where she was. Now, this part I'm going to tell you because the language is exactly the way it was when I looked at her. She's standing like right here looking at me.
Yeah.
Her pooch foo bowl's in front of her. I looked at her and I thought, you know, if she wanted to fuck me up, there ain't much I can do about it. She'll nail me. Because I usually, well, now if I go out back, I pack one of my guns with me. But at that time, I just sidestepped. I said, okay. And I just sidestepped, opened up the bear barrier, opened up the secondary gate, got up on the porch. And in the moonlight, that's when I saw blood squirting out the side of my head because she almost got my eye. Yeah. And whatever little vein or whatever's in there was squirting blood out. So I'm going, shoot, I'm hurt. So I came back in, grabbed a towel, put that on my head to staunch the bleeding. And then I thought, you know, I need to calm down, do my breathing exercises so I don't get apoplectic shock. And then I got my telephone, and I called my friend. You might want to blank that one out.
Okay.
I'm just telling you how it is. And he's got an app on his phone that even if it's shut off, if you are one of the people that are on that, have access to that, he answered the phone 3 rings. I says, I'm hurt bad, get up here now. 12 minutes later, he was up here, and off we went to the ER. There's the story. Now, the story I told Fish and Game when they came up was I surprised her with her cub, and she smacked me. That was to keep them from killing her. So that's it.
Weaverville, this part of California is not like the rest of most of the state.
No, this is actually Northern California. This is not the Bay Area. This is Northern California. I've never understood that. The Bay Area, to me, is in Central California.
Central. Yeah, this is Northern. This is not like the rest of the state.
That's correct. I mean, you have, you have wildlife wherever you go, but the diversity of wildlife up here is pretty interesting. I mean, you have your predator birds, you got the golden eagle, you got the bald eagle. I don't know if you have osprey, but they're usually up around the lake up there. I've seen them up there. And then all the critters that you got out here, you got your fishers. If you've never seen a fisher, if you know what an otter looks like, otter has short legs and a tail. A fisher looks like an otter with the short legs, but it's got a lot more fur. And yes, I've seen them personally. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Then you got your raccoons, and obviously the bears. You got I've had a mountain lion on that front porch at one time, in the summertime when I had my door open. Yeah, they came right up looking. I lost one dog to a mountain lion, so I get real personal about that kind of crap. So,
and the people are different up here too.
How so?
Much more independent-minded, much more patriotic, proud, less government in my face, sensible, good values, hardworking. I could go on and on. I mean, I grew up in Southern California. I've seen a lot of the state. I never really came up here very much, but the more I'm up here, the more I realize how different it is up here.
Yeah, it's what you might even refer to as more laid back. I mean, there's always something to do up here. If one of the very first things I did up here when I got up here 48 years ago was cut firewood for people. And I worked out of the mill in the 80s. In the early 80s, I was a survey aide. So I put my footprints all over the mountains up here. Pretty interesting places.
How do you view the direction of the country? You're up here isolated.
Oh, now you want to go into the political end of it.
Well, I mean, you've separated.
I talk about it.
Huh?
I talk about the situation we're going in. We have diverted our attention away from God, and we have embraced the worldly outlook on things like gender identity, which to me is a total, absolute, mindless thing that other people have convinced other people to embrace. And the people that are embracing it have absolutely no idea that they're puppets. And the only reason that we have this is for division, because there's a plan that has been in place, and it's not politics, actually. If you look at it pragmatically and open up your Bible, you'll find that what we're looking at right now is the fight good against evil. I mean, look at all the crap that we're inundated with. Look at all our idols out there. Hollywood, that everybody wanted to be a movie star. Have I been in movies? Yes, I've been in 2 movies. Was I exposed to that crap? No, thank God I wasn't. But the young people. I express my opinion about the young people of this generation as the lost generation. They have absolutely no clue. When the shit hits the fan, they're the first ones that are going to be in a bad spot. That's my opinion.
How do you think would hit the fan? What do you think?
Okay, what's the one prime thing that the government wants us to do? Get an electric vehicle. Okay, and then what? Cashless digital currency. Okay, anytime the government puts their fingers in something like that, okay, let's say the power grid goes down because of whatever reason, and it has gone down in the past. How are you going to power up your car? You ain't. Your digital currency. If they put that in place, now if you think this is a joke, go to Europe. They're already implementing it in the UK. And if you don't get the chip, you can't work, you can't buy, you can't sell. Open up your Bible, go to Revelation, and you'll find the same stuff already written out. This has already been prophesized, but to actually see it in play is pretty damn scary, in my opinion.
Do you feel like up here, do you think this is going to happen before you pass on this?
It's already happening.
But do you feel there's going to be like a moment of chaos, anarchy?
Oh, heck yeah. There has to be.
Sometime.
I mean, when your economy collapses, the people in the cities are going to freak. You don't want to be in a city because you ain't going to be able to get out. The people, everybody will have the same thought at the same time. Pack your car up and throw the kids in there, get the old lady in there, get the dog or the cat, whatever, get a few things, and then hit the road, get out on the highway. You'll find that it's gridlocked because everybody else had the same idea.
Just like in the movies.
Yeah. Well, a lot of those movies that have been out there that portray we'll call it the end times, they're pretty accurate, because they already have the script. It was already written.
What makes you happy, Bart?
A lot of things make me happy. A lot of things make me sad. A lot of things make me concerned. But my happiness is being up here and going outside when I want to, doing the things that I need to do, and that doesn't mean I'm antisocial. I go into town and I help out where I can. Like earlier today, I was at the museum helping out down there, and I'll probably be there tomorrow morning when they fire up the stamp mill that they're going to run tomorrow. So yeah, there's a lot of things. Having good health makes me happy because every time I wake up, I thank God for another day, another glorious day in the neighborhood.
Would you have it any other way than being up here in the hills with your dog and your house?
Well, if you could answer that question yourself, if you just look around and look at the stuff that's laying around you. You know, there's a lot of stuff in here that a lot of people have never seen before.
Like what?
You
what,
see that?
what-
You see that Cape Buffalo up there?
Yes.
That came from Africa. The guy that carved it in Africa. His name's on it.
Okay.
That clock that's sitting over there in that corner over there, that's 1888.
This one here?
No, there's a
Oh.
that was made by the royal clockmaker in Austria for the crown, the Austrian crown. The one that's behind you is a that one's from 1900. That's a regulator. So basically, you know, a lot of my pastime, all those lamps that are right there, those all came off ships.
What did you do what was your career pathway? Did you get into that with me at all? How did you get to this point? You left school?
Well, I was in military. When I got out of military, I went to educate myself in the higher branches of education back in Kansas. And then I had switched my major. I went into archaeology, which interested the heck out of me. And picked up a little music. I play a little bit. Not
can
much.
You play?
Yeah, but I haven't played in a while because unfortunately I lost my inspiration.
Okay. Yeah, that happens.
Yeah, and I've got a whole collection of guitars. I have this came from the band Cream. It was a
Cream.
stage prop.
Oh. Okay.
That came out of a caboose that I picked up.
Did you build this place yourself?
Yep. And actually, you were at the New Yorker, the New York Saloon. Dan and Dick Freeman helped me frame it up. And then I had that trailer. That's a 1963 not an Airstream, Silver Streak. So that was there, and then I just built out a platform. Then it took one day to frame it out. And then that night I put the roof on it and slept in here because it rained. So, and then, but it's like a cave in here. So I took a chainsaw and I cut that skylight in. And then I put a steel screen over it to keep the larger animals that get up there and keep them from coming
through. Do you have guests up here often? Do you entertain?
Did you notice the road that came up here? That is a deterrent for having too many people come up here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it used to be.
You got to get a special invite.
Well, how many people know where I live? Not a whole lot. A handful of people. My lawyer. I think I've had other people up here, but generally, the folks that want to come up here call ahead, and then I meet them because you can't bring a full-size pickup truck up that road.
And then what made you? We called you from the bar, and you said, "Come up here." What made you decide to invite us into your world up here? You didn't know us.
Because you had an interest. You know, if you didn't have an interest, if it was just if you were an arbitrator of devious plans, I would have picked that up and I wouldn't have even said anything to you.
Good. Well, thank you for inviting us up.
Oh, heck yeah, not a problem.
Is there anything outside that you think we could?
Creek that I'm here.
Is anything that we could show? You could show us outside, or I don't know.
What do you want to see outside? Well, the creek.
Are there bears?
No, and mountain lions they track
Yeah,
you.
well, the mountain lions will actually stalk you.
Yes.
They
yes.
will.
And grizzlies will stalk you, but you don't have to worry about grizzlies, right?
Not up here. Although I have been in the mountains in the woods with them.
We're just doing black bear and brown bear up here, right?
Only black bear.
Only black bear, no brown bear.
Brown bears are huge. In fact, the brown bear is bigger than a grizzly bear.
Is that Alaska where the brown bears are?
Yep.
We saw a few when we were up there. All right.
Keep this open, okay, Bart?
Pardon?
The store stays open, that's all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I propped it open so I wouldn't run into it.
Okay.
But this area here, that tree right there is where Mama Bear usually lays down. Papa Bear too.
Over here?
Yeah, right here. If you see this little.
No, she wasn't doing that. she wasn't doing that to like attack you, right?
No, she was protecting her cub.
And she couldn't see, so she probably
Yeah.
was just like, "Whoa, what happened?"
Yeah,
and because they're so strong.
And
they
I
just,
was
like,
there.
got
I just
you.
my face just happened to be in the proximity.
Wrong place,
So,
wrong time, Bart.
but the creek's down here. This is where I do my mining.
Oh,
down in
you
this-
mine up
Oh,
here?
heck yeah.
Oh, I did not know that. So you've got creek access.
This area here is the old riverbed.
Part of it's a fork from the original that they used to dig out on the Trinity River.
Well, okay, the Trinity River that goes around from Douglas City around here, it goes around here and comes back over here. That happened after this landmass, probably 150,000 years ago. In there, it rose up, blocked the river. That's why the basin in Weaverville used to be a lake. And it was the 100 Lake thing, and the old at one time this was all under ice. Okay, this was an ice shelf, and as it was receding, it broke up the land. If you go down in the creek, you'll see rocks that are. See this rock right here?
Yeah.
These are, this little tiny creek did not shape those rocks. A massive force did.
So you get down there and I'm imagining you found gold.
Oh heck yeah! There's gold. There's gold all over the place up here.
If you got to have, what's the secret? Patience, determination, luck, all of it.
You find the gold where it is. It ain't everywhere, but you can. If you go into a gravel pit or a gravel bar and start getting down as far down towards the bedrock, that's where you find your heavier concentrations. Have I found nuggets? Not out of here, but yes, I have in the past. The biggest one I had filled my hand.
Wow.
Yeah, it weighed. I think it was something like 4.5 pounds. Yeah, it was a big nugget. I buried some gold up here, and I'll be a son of a gun. I cannot remember where in the hell I buried it.
Somewhere in the hills, you buried some gold.
Yeah, up that away.
You buried it to like hide it from people.
It was about a vial of gold that was half full, about yay big, and I planted it because of for whatever stupid reason.
You were maybe intoxicated that day.
I was very
drunk,
intoxicated.
and
yeah.
now you can't remember where you put it.
I can't remember for shit.
Well, maybe one day you'll find it.
No.
No, it's
Okay,
gone.
so when your mama bear and papa bear and baby bear come down, where do they?
Sometimes
they come
from
through
here.
Is this their trail?
Okay, and there's a trail over there.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Right over there. Grammy Bear, she comes up.
Even Grammy.
Oh yeah, she was here last night. She actually early this morning, prune plums that had fallen off the tree, and he was standing right here, and I was leaning over and doing it, feeding them, and she was right here, and she came off the ground, hit this, and if this hadn't have been here, she would have got me again.
Yeah.
Whose name was, I think his picture's up here. Yeah, there he is, right there. That was Sammy.
Yeah. Oh, I don't
He was my best buddy for 12 years.
Aww.
And then he passed just before Christmas last year.
Aww.
Yeah, he was a good boy.
You've got a lot of guns. Can you show me the coolest gun you have that you're most proud of out of all of them?
You see, okay, these ones here. These guns were a set of 3. This is there's one up there. You can't see it because of the darkness.
Oh, the camera can see it.
That top one is an 1873 Remington Sporter in 46 caliber rimfire, like a 22 on steroids.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first gun. It was called the Deer Hunter. The second gun is this one here, which is a 4570 Remington Sporter. That was, and all these guns have 4-digit serial numbers, so they were all manufactured in 1873.
Wow.
This was what they called the Black Hills rifle in 4570, and then this one I just got not too long ago. This is the third in the series. This is a 50x70, and it was called the Buffalo Hunter. And this one I'm going to shoot, but I haven't got the ammunition for it yet.
Well, I gotta say, Bart, I came up here to find a part of Northern California in a part of California that most people don't know about, and I think I found it.
Well, you see this coffee grinder? Now, just to show you how the stuff that I've got, this was made in 1860. That one right there.
That is cool.
And I've got probably a half dozen or so coffee grinders, and I use one of the grinders to grind my coffee in the morning.
So it's getting dark. What do you do? Light the lamps?
When it gets dark, I go to bed.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like.
You don't worry about it at all.
No.
You don't have internet up here. Clearly, no TV.
I don't know.
You got your phone. Like you're just off the grid.
It depends on the airways. If I have anything that like, that's why I told you. Sometimes I can get phone calls up here because the metal roof blocks any signals. And all because there was no hide on it. I mean, no fur. But I could see a set of eyeballs, and I'm going, there's something in here. And what it turned out to be was a baby bear. And he was dying because he'd scratched all his fur off except a mohawk on his back. Okay, here, and there's the reason I'm telling you that. Okay, so I took mercy on him, and I had to go all the way to Hayfork to get a container of Nursol. It's a milk supplement. We used to use it at the ranch to feed the calves that we'd take away from the mamas. And so I got that and a can of canned pooch food, and I would mix this stuff up in there, and I'd take it down and feed them, hand feed them. It took a month and 2 weeks feeding them every day, a couple times a day. In October, when it was still good weather, he'd come out and find a sunny spot to lay down on. And then at the end of when he got his strength back, he took off. Okay, then we fast forward 2 years, and his fur started coming back, from being with the cage, and we get it set up, and then the gal brought out some scrap food, and I put that in the cage.
Yeah.
And I've got a scar right here where the bear bit me, because when I was kneeling right next to the cage when he was coming in, because he smelled the food, and I was trying to corral him in. And I learned one thing: when a bear starts doing a slow motion thing, you can't move fast enough to get away from him, because he'll strike you like lightning.
That's crazy.
And that's what. And I just threw my arm up like that, and he bit me right. But I had my heavy jacket on.
Tell you what, we're super glad we came up here and met with Bart and Callie and saw his lifestyle. We came up here to find an alternative way of seeing California, and we found it. One of a kind. God, love it.
What happened was, before I could get in,
I can see them already.
and they should be pretty bright.
All right, the bears are not going to be happy about this, but we're going to get some grapes. We got some. It's just everywhere out here. The bears have a field day. There you go.
And don't chew them.
Nope, not you.
Yeah.
Can she have
I
them?
could take and break them open
Yeah,
with
and swallow
my
'em.
teeth and then swallow them.
Okay.
So, don't chew them.
Don't chew them because they're full of seeds,
That is good.
and they will pass.
You want more?
That's good.
All right.
Sounds good.
Many years ago, when I was driving back and forth from here to the main ranch over in Offspring, so she, the one deer threw a little fawn and walked off and left it, and we raised it.
Aww.
This is like a Disneyland ride up here.
Almost.
Indiana Jones stuff.
I'm gonna go with Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
They have Indiana Jones at Disneyland.
I'm like the animals though are.
You're going to get a map.
Yeah.
And your map is going to be, and make sure before you go that you have a full tank of calves.
Yes.
and some food.
Is there cell phone service out there?
Bart, I don't go anywhere without snacks.
I have no idea because the last time I was through there, I had a bag phone. This was before cell phone.
Okay.
Oh,